show. Thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, we got the man Jay King in the background ready to go. We just need to do some quick bill payments and some sponsor love, because that's what help us keep the show going on the weekend Wednesday. Like I said, whatever you're doing on the weekend, you should be doing on Wednesday, because this is to get you over the hump show. We're here to help you get you over the hump. And I'll tell you right now, I keep a little cup. I can't tell you what's in it because they got to pay me. What I'm saying? We ain't got no sponsors on that tip, but that's what we do. This the Weekend Wednesday show. We get it in, we get you over the hump real quick. Right off, Sex Precious is one of our biggest sponsors. Don't be afraid to express yourself sexually, and get out there and get to know yourself in whichever way it may be. Also King Crave McGraw, 1824 Tribute Road. Sensei Chris will get you right. Get over there, get your mind right, your body right. Whether you got kids, whether you're trying to do defense training for yourself, he'll get you right and make sure that body working and training right. Also rolling for less. If you're not rolling for less, with the limo service and advertising and things like that, you're not doing it right. So tap in with Universal Grind Entertainment and make sure you're rolling for less. Also, last but not least, Global Financial Impact. Specializing in money management and wealth accumulation. This is the road to generational wealth, and this is where it starts. And if you want to tap in, I'll put a quick ad up for Chris Wilson and Alicia Yebra, which are one of the biggest people in global financial impact that's helping people accumulate wealth and keep their lives on.
Money, making crap for money.
So yeah, that's Chris Wilson with Global Financial Impact. His number is 916-585-1803. If you're trying to get in with that guy, man, and you should, and that's what it is. Like I said, we're one of the hottest podcast shows, or whatever you want to call it, talk show, because we do it all here on Universal Grind, and we play the hottest music. We love to play great music. So we're going to play something for you real quick before we get into J King, and we're going to get into the haps, man. We're going to show you some what's going on in the neighborhood, what's happening. But real quick before we do that, man, let's just get into this music. We got your kid Tyre with Stuck on You, and if you don't know about this young kid out of Sacramento, really doing it, putting on some soulful music, something for everybody to listen to, just something quick for everybody to listen to get into the groove, man. Go put you a drink or something, man, and get into the hump, man. Get over the hump.
Come on, man. The kids listen to you.
You were the one when you walked through the door. And girl, it hurts that you're not mine anymore. Said you're never coming back to steal my heart. Can't move on, yes, I'm stuck. Always feels like I'm doing too much. Trying to give you my all, it ain't enough. Trying to fix it, but the damage is done. Now I'm stuck on you. Stuck on the past, stuck looking back. Now I'm stuck to attach, stuck on that ass. Said I wanted us to last, hate our love collapse. I was moving way too fast, girl, that's where we crashed. Just like my heart was torn into pieces. Want you back, but you don't wanna regret. No, it's impossible, but can we reset? I need you. Like, can a nigga get like one more chance? Let you down if you just take my hand. Baby, listen close to what I'm saying. I said, always feels like I'm doing too much. Trying to give you my all, it ain't enough. Trying to fix it, but the damage is done.
Zaire, man. Thank y'all for listening. You know what I'm saying? Good R&B hits, man. Sacramento native, putting on, man. Like, you better know it. Hey, so real quick in the haps, before we get into some J. King and, learning about the the legend and the myth and the man himself, man. He here, it ain't no myth. It's the real deal, man, and he's live. Hey, so real quick, in the haps this week, man, I know everybody been talking about the big Kendrick thing with the Super Bowl and everything, and I know it's been every social media site you go to these days, or actually in the last couple days, you've been seeing Kendrick, man. It's been talking about the Super Bowl performance, and everybody been having their takes and the same takes on it, as far as the message and what was said, and what he put out there. We all understand the message, and I had my own take, on the Kendrick thing. Me and Justice talked about it earlier. And just real quick,
it's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like fuck. Mustard on a beat, bro, deep boat in rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Ember Lambs, tell him breathe. Now them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's. What's up with these Jabronio? Trying to see Compton. In the street can hate me, bump them all in they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. Finna crash on his body, I'm John Stockton. What? Beat your and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the skull. Walking down the whole time, I know he got some hoe. Pull, extort, bully the fro. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from them. They tell me Chubb the only one to get your hand-me-downs. Party at the party playing with his nose down. Waka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified. Wop, 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 wop. I'm on them tough. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Now I'm gonna just leave it at that, and my take on it is the boy did his thing. I'll take Kendrick. He did his thing. It was one of the hottest performances, one of the hottest Super Bowl performances. I won't compare it to no others, because he's a total different artist than a lot of artists that's been on the Super Bowl. But I will say, my opinion, for a message to be thrown across as a nation divided and culture, I feel like with a song like that, there was somewhat of a cultural divide, as well, because I mean, we all love the music, and I'm sure there was people that love Drake and love Kendrick and love Drake at the same time before the beef, and put themselves in the Republican Democrat state and chose a side, and I think that was also somewhat of a cultural divide, So I mean, the performance kind of played into the whole thing that's going on, and also the song and the whole beef thing. I don't hate on it. I'm Kendrick won. If you're gonna really call it a beef and a battle, in the end, but I still think it was some sort of cultural divide there, and more power to him. That was just my opinion on it. I didn't want to use everyone else's take. The one that everyone's sharing on every other social media page and things like that. That was just my thing on it, so like that, what I'm saying, that's my thing, that's our pretty much the haps. We're gonna get into some educational real quick just before we get into some J. King, man. Like I said last week, we talked about Dr. Dan, one of the first, actually not one of the first, the first Black man to perform a heart surgery with no anesthesia and anesthetics and all that other stuff, just his brain and what he needed, in his hands, and he made it happen. So we got something for y'all real quick, educational. Like I said, it is Black History Month. It's our month, which it should be every month, but we're going to educate, we're going to drop one on y'all. So here's a dime, and we'll be right back with some J. King.
Madam C.J. Walker was the first African-American millionaire businesswoman in the United States. Born Sarah Breedlove in Louisiana, she was orphaned at age 6. At age 20, she became a widow with a 2-year-old daughter to support. She worked as a washerwoman in St. Louis, Missouri, a job which required difficult manual labor with little pay. Still, she attended night school and saved what money she could to invest in her experiments. Sarah suffered from alopecia, a condition which left her hair dry and brittle. Sometimes patches fell out. Dissatisfied with the hair treatments available at the time, she mixed different combinations of oils in her bathtub until she discovered a satisfactory formula. The treatment worked for her, and she then began testing her wonderful hair grower on other people. It was a hit, and after moving to Denver, Colorado, she perfected her treatment and created other products, including a straightening comb, which she patented in 1905. Sarah sold products door to door and used her own before and after photos as proof of her product's effectiveness. Sarah married Charles Joseph Walker in 1906 and began calling herself Madam C.J. Walker. Her Walker method took off, allowing her to establish an office and manufacturing headquarters after only 1 year. With the help of her daughter and nieces, Walker recruited more saleswomen to help sell her products. In 1908, Walker opened a second office in Philadelphia, as well as a beauty parlor and school in Pittsburgh. Her hair courses eventually became available in New York, Indianapolis, and at black colleges throughout the South. In 1917, Walker built a 30-room mansion in New York and began to sponsor black artists and writers, even establishing the Madam Walker Theater Center in Indianapolis. By that time, her manufacturing company took up an entire city block and employed over 3,000 people. Madam C.J. Walker also donated generously to scholarship funds at Tuskegee and Palmer Memorial Institutes and organizations such as the YMCA and the NAACP.
Yes, Madam C.J. Walker, amen. Big shout out, big love. Like I said, I think definitely influenced and shaped the careers in a lot of the ways a lot of women are moving these days, and a lot of way black women and entrepreneurs are being successful and really moving in the game these days. And that's what it is. So hey, man, with no further ado, what I'm saying, we got the man. The legend himself in the house, Mr. J. King, man. Everybody give it up for your boy J. King, man. Yeah. How you feeling tonight, sir? Feeling good, feeling good. I'm going to pull you.
I like the fact you got your own hype man.
Yeah. Definitely. We gotta have that, man. We gotta stay motivating and pumping each other up. Especially as black men. Out here in this community. And I bet I know you understand that more than any of us.
I think I understand it, like all of us.
Like all of us. That's what I'm talking about. Just getting right off, man. We got the if you ask me, the legend J. King in the studio tonight. With the incredible journey. You've been on, Grammy nominated musician. What will be a defining moment for you in the career? That's like shaped. What you're doing, who you are today.
I guess longevity. Just being able to do it, not necessarily because you got to hit record, but because you got to stay in power.
Right.
You can still make a relevant show happen.
Right.
And then the music, speaks for itself. Music takes a life of its own. What's interesting about making music in a certain era is how good the music is when it, based on how long it lives after the era it was made in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're fortunate enough to have music made in one era and it can live through 3, 4, 5, 6 eras, and you have a career.
Right.
And so if I would say if there was a defining moment, it would be the longevity.
Yes. That definitely would be something that I'm looking forward to, with being an up and coming, entertainer myself. Longevity is definitely would be a wish or a prayer for myself. And how would you say your experience in the movies and in the music, industry, what has it say influenced your approach in business and in leadership and things you do today?
Well, I think building relationships, always learning, being smart enough to know how dumb you are.
I heard that.
So that you can put smart people around you.
Right.
just you learn a lot of lessons.
Right.
Learn humility, uh, how to be a great chief by being a phenomenal Indian. So
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
as a chief, you know when to back up and let somebody else
Right.
take the lead, and then you know how to be a great support system.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
yeah.
And and with that, are there like I mean you probably described some, but are there lessons that you take from the music industry, you know, your influences that may say influence your approach in leadership today in business?
Oh, absolutely. So when you are the leader of a group, then you control everything,
Right.
and so learning how to pass off some of the leadership responsibilities to other people, and then
Hmm.
recognizing them for it,
Right.
Yeah.
and you know, and making sure that every time you are in front of people, in front of a microphone, in front of a interviewer, that you let them know you don't do it alone. That there's a whole mechanism
Right.
that make it happen. There are a bunch of people
Gee.
that make J King.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely,
if
definitely.
I start, if people become really important to the process, whether it's Derek DOA Allen, when I wake up with an idea and say, "Hey D, this is my idea, I'm gonna send it to you,"
Right.
and then he starts to do what he does, or Ivan, this is what I want to do in the show, and Ivan is the band director. He starts to do his thing,
Right.
or Kings in the Morning. Uh, there's a girl named Nicole. We call her Snitchy Smurf. But she really makes that thing happen. I go and I push a button, and
Right.
then everybody thinks it's a Jay King show, but back there she's making it happen. Mike Murray is making it happen. Angie, you call
Yes,
Angie.
right, right, right,
If you're talking about Club Nouveau stuff, you got to talk to Stephanie.
right.
So it's just a bunch of people. Tirza and Jay. Everybody plays a real part in making the mechanism work. And if you acknowledge them, uh, then it makes the mechanism even stronger,
Right.
and it makes the loyalty to the mission, uh,
Right.
better.
So
Got you.
it's true then. Teamwork makes the dream work, huh?
Hey, it's not just the same.
So it's not this is the
Okay.
same, right? And, you-
That's right.
and you're a radio, you know, show host and things that or personality
Yeah.
yourself, and you have a platform, you shape conversations. What are the topics that you share that are most that are most passionate to you? You like to share to your audience.
It's according to what platform I'm on,
Hmm.
because I do different things. In the morning time, Kings in the Morning,
Hmm.
we're a little more silly, but a little more serious.
Right.
We take a silly approach to serious matters, and we discuss the matters in a way that I think it's interesting and edifying. When I'm on KDEE, I'm generally playing music. From time to time, I'll talk about things that are happening in the community.
Right.
Um, I do a show called "It's Never Too Late" on Thursdays that deal with a lot of the community issues.
Right.
But when I'm doing KBLA in Los Angeles, it's more talk. It's not so much music more than it is talk and information and upliftment or history. A lot of
Right.
folk don't know.
Right.
If you ask black folk who was the most detrimental white man to black people, um, very few would say Andrew Johnson.
Hmm.
But Andrew Johnson was the vice president to Abraham Lincoln's presidency. And everything that Abraham Lincoln put in place when he was assassinated,
Right.
Andrew Johnson took back.
Mm.
So the Confederate soldiers couldn't hold any type of position.
Mm.
Confederate officers couldn't hold any position in government or any high ranking position until Martin Luther, until
Andrew Jackson.
no, Andrew Johnson,
Andrew Johnson. Excuse me.
until Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Because
Mm.
then he became the president. He was sympathetic to the South and to the Confederates. So he instituted black codes. He took back the 40 acres and the mule.
Mm.
He took back a lot of things.
Mm,
So he became the most detrimental person in the history of black folk in America.
man. And that's education right there. If y'all
Hello.
didn't know it, you know
Hello.
now.
Hello.
Right? Yeah.
Hello.
That's what we do here
That's
on a Wednesday night. And and
young
and
folk.
and it's crazy because we were just talking about radio. And how do you see the role of radio evolve and in this digital landscape and all the big changes, and how do you see, or how are you adjusting to it, or how you feel you're adjusting?
I mean, people think terrestrial radio is going to go away, and it's not. Terrestrial radio is going to live. It's just that now you have digital radio
Right,
and you have online radio,
right.
and those are other avenues. The world is changing. The problem with the human being is the human being gets comfortable in a setting
Mm.
and has a
Complacent.
hard time adapting and changing
Mm-hmm.
in a world that's changing. So just imagine um, if you were driving the same car today that they drove in 1925.
that's
So
that's funny to imagine.
yeah, because that car don't work in 2025.
Right,
The
right,
highways have changed. A lot of things have changed.
right.
But we want to think today like yesterday is still the day we're in.
Right,
We're
right,
not.
Yeah.
right.
So I think I love digital radio. I love terrestrial radio. I love the fact that we have these podcasts and can do all these things.
Definitely.
I just think this is where your mind, expanding your mind and opening yourself up to possibilities, have to be what you reach for. Because if you look at the world, you're going to be conditioned to talk about everything that's wrong because the world only shows you everything that's wrong. So I'm not married to the world.
Right.
I divorced myself from the world long ago. So some of the conversations that you all have about them and they and what they do, I don't know that conversation because I'm so far removed from that conversation. I just don't know anybody that can stop me from doing anything.
Right.
As long as the possibility is in my mind, I'm reaching for the direction to the possibility.
Right. Yeah. I definitely feel that, and just as on another tip, talking about radio, but being the president of the Black Chamber of Commerce, and dealing with entrepreneurs and black entrepreneurs, what are some of these say biggest challenges you would see black entrepreneurs face, and how would you say you're dealing how you dealing with addressing them?
Technology,
Mm,
we're afraid of.
Mm.
We're afraid of technology.
right.
We don't understand the tools, how to use them, and how they can streamline our businesses. Some of it is systemic. You have to understand that we live in a country where the government was the greatest criminal that we face. When the government is the perpetuator of racism and bigotry and prejudice and bias, how can you how do you get your footing?
Mhm.
And that's what happened in this country,
Right.
where the government went against its own constitution, went against its own 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. You couldn't be separate but equal. That's not in the Constitution. Equal and equitable to each other is what it was. So I understand the systemic issue, but I also understand the mental barriers that we put on ourselves.
Hmm.
And again, with a conditioned mind, in a world that conditions you to doubt yourself, every doubt that is conceivable, you will conceive it because that's what the world wants you to
No, you're
do.
right.
And so again, it's when you decide that you get to make your world
Hmm.
as opposed to the world being made around you.
Right.
That's when I think your life starts to change. That's when I think small businesses start to flourish, and that's why you know, 96% of African American small businesses are sole proprietors
Hmm.
that generate less than 100,000 or $35,000 a year. 96%.
Hmm.
So that means only 4% of our businesses generate $100,000 or more and have one employee.
What a number.
So what are we doing wrong? So we have to call out our own leadership.
Mm-hmm.
We have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to, stop being black businesses and just be good businesses.
Right.
If we work to become good businesses that happen to be black,
Right.
as opposed to black businesses that happen to be good,
Right.
I think that in and of itself will start to open up other avenues. And then when we start to use the tools, the technology, the AI, and all those things to streamline our business,
Right.
because you have a film studio right now,
Right.
and you have a computer, some microphones, a 3 or 4 channel
Interface. Right.
and you know what, and a keyboard for a computer there,
Right.
and you are up and operating.
Definitely.
So there was a time when if you wanted to do what we're doing right now,
Right.
you would have to have a guy with a big camera, the wires,
Right.
leveler mics.
No,
I mean,
for
all
real.
these things would have to
Right.
happen.
Right.
You'd have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars
Right.
on equipment.
Right.
The world has changed.
It's definitely yeah.
Technology is our friend,
Yes.
and if you want to be in business, you have to embrace technology and learn how to open yourself up to the possibilities. You obviously decided you wanted to be on TV, so
Here we go.
you're on TV.
We live. This
Hello.
is the truth.
Hello.
Just and like I said, he pretty much answered 2 questions in one because he gave you guys the tools and how to get to the good business. Like he said, you don't have to be a black business, you don't have to be a whatever, be a good business, and it really don't matter if you, really what color you are, if
Right.
you be a good business, they're definitely going to gravitate to what you're offering. And that's pretty much what it is. Man, how do you balance all these roles, man? You musician, media personality, business leader, man. I mean, and still stay, true to the game, and still stay true to your purpose, shall I say?
Well, because all of them are part of my purpose, but um, this is a very long, short ride.
Hmm,
That's only 8,760 hours in a year.
man,
In the whole year. 8,760.
right?
If you sleep 8 hours a day, that's 2,920 hours. I mean, you only have 5,840 hours to live. That
That's
includes your work. That's in a year. So I'm 63,
right.
but I remember when I was 23, like it was yesterday. And there's only 365 days in a year. That's why you don't get no extra days except for every 4th year you get that one day, but no real extra days. Not
Right.
that you can't roll the days back and say, let me go back.
Right.
So you got to make the most out of it while you can.
Right.
And the day I started divorcing myself from everything the world offered me and married myself to every possibility,
Mm,
You hear that?
it allowed me to do everything I want to do. So I wake up in the morning with the purpose of being alive.
straight up.
And
Say that again, Jay.
I wake up with the morning. I wake up in the morning with the purpose of being alive, and then enjoying every bit of it. So when this thing
Yes.
comes to an end, because it's a very long, short ride,
Man,
that I would have lived my whole life and done everything I wanted to do and opened myself to every possibility that was available to me. So
right.
I don't know how I do it. I just know that it's what I'm supposed to do.
It's what I'm supposed to do. That sounds, like I said, that sounds legendary to me, and that's probably, part of, like, looking back, on your journey, would that be, or what would you say, the legacy you'd want to leave behind, as far as, your music and, business journey?
Um, you know, uh, I don't know if I even think about that.
I feel you.
I just want my kids to love me. I want my mom and dad to be proud of me.
Straight up.
I know they
Straight
did.
up.
You
Straight up.
already accomplished
And
that.
then
Right. Right.
and then I have real long, deep friendships. People that have been around me for uh, dozens and dozens of years.
Right.
And so those are the things that are most important to me. My mama said, if what you do make you who you are, then you ain't shit. So I mean that's so those things are just things that I got a presidential award for something in August, and I was with my son, and we were driving. I said, "Son, this award won't mean more on any other day than it does today because it's at the day I received. But one day I'm gonna die, and you and your brother and your sister, you guys are gonna get together, and you guys are gonna have to start getting rid of all my stuff, and you guys are gonna say, well, Dad got all these awards,' and you're gonna say, John, do you want them?" And he's gonna say, "No, well, I got my own stuff, bro. I got my. You can take them." And then you're gonna say, "Man, I got my own shit too. I don't need all this stuff." Yeah, I say, "Let's give them to Jordan. You guys have Jordan because she's the baby." And Jordan's gonna say, "Well, this stuff is old, like Dad. I don't really want it." And then y'all gonna throw that shit away. So, awards don't really, So,
oh man,
but the human being is interesting because the human being work real hard for these awards.
Right.
That somebody gonna throw away.
Right. Man, hey man, that's crazy. Man, that's a great story, man, and that's a blessing.
Right.
That's a lesson. Hey,
Legendary.
real quick, man, before we get J King out of here and busy man, hey, Arthur Angela Holmes, man, thanks for the comment. Most definitely, Timothy Poole, peace and blessings all. Nicole Robertson, celebrate, bless everyone. Timothy Poole again, teach. And Arthur Angela with the LOL laughing at us, letting us know. You already know. We love you guys, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, we got some J King and some Club Nouveau, man. I caught one of his performances from about a year ago.
I just want you to know you spelled it Club Nervous.
Did I? Well, I knew what it was, on my backdrop. I'll be out here writing fast, putting segments together, man. And I'm glad I said it right, because it's definitely Club Nouveau and J King, man. This is some of the it's a lot of rumors still going around today, man. This song this is timeless. I tell you like that, man. But this little live performance, man. While we get J King out of here, man. Thank J King and everybody for tuning in, man. That's what it is. Hey, we'll be back at y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching. Hey man, we back, man. Your boy Jay King is going out the studio. I'm your host of business. I'm finna help you continue to get over the hump. Like I said, that was a great interview. We thank the legend Jay King for coming through, like I said, with all the good business tips, man, and all the good legendary memories, man, and some comedy, man. We need that, man. We help. Hey, laughter, man, is the thing of life, man. We need some laughter and some happiness to help us get over the hump, man, and that's what it is. Hey, so like I said, you seen a little Jay King. It's almost time for us to get up out of here on a Wednesday night, helping you get over the hump. We got some real positive hip hop going on for you. One of our Sacramento, Northern California natives, Rico Too Smooth, man, trying to do right, man. This one for the kids, man. Check it out, man. I'm your host of business. We got Justice Party started in the background. And you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Weekend Wednesday. Let's get over the hump.
I wake up every day and thank God it's a blessing. Trying to do right but wrong so easy when you stress. I'm talking about the struggle, I'm talking about oppression. Streets ain't safe, keep a weapon just for protection. The young, black and brown, they dying all around. 16 and up, getting put in the ground. I feel for they mamas, I feel for they family. But in the ghetto, cops say it's just another casualty. Damn, I hope I make it out this war zone. I gotta make it till my kids get back to home. For real, I'm tired of living with no peace. My mind stays spinning, I can't even go to sleep. I'm tossing and turning, the devil trying to keep me trapped. Can't let him take my soul, cause I'm stronger than that. I think about the goals and all the things I accomplished. I came too far, I can't let nobody stop it. It's me against me, and that's against the world. It's time to educate the black and brown boys and girls. It's hard to make a change, but my life is well worth it. Trying to find my way on this road, what's my purpose? That's what I ask when I talk to God alone. I guess I gotta keep on striving, find out on my own. I'm trying to go to college, put knowledge in my brain. Strengthen up the mind and exercise to maintain. Yeah, cause if you living by the gun, then you know the rest. Through the struggle, stay strong, it's only a test. I ain't perfect, but I'm trying to be a better me. I hope I soak up game and get a degree. Gotta make my mama proud for the heartache. Cause when my brother died in prison, made her heart break. It's time to uplift instead of trying to diss. Gotta set the right example for our little kids.
Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
Hey, that's your boy Rico Too Smooth, man, with something positive, trying to do right. Hey, you see it, man, the Cash App up on the screen. If you love the segments, man, you love what we do every Wednesday, man, you're welcome to bless us, man, at Universal Crime, man. You help us pay the bills, man, help us keep the lights on, man, and keep the best interviews coming in, man. And we run the videos, man. It's what we do. We help you get over the hump. So if you got artists, or you're an artist and you're looking to play your videos, you want to play your videos, you want to get on the segment, you want to be a part of the podcast, man, just tap in the Universal Grind ENT on IG, man, and you can be a part of it, man. And that's what it is. Hey, so we thank everybody, man. We love everybody for tuning in. This has been in the Weekend Wednesday show, man. Get you over the hump. Hey, everybody go do something that you would do on the Wednesday to get you over the hump. It'll get you to Thursday and Friday, man. And then you can go through the real weekend and have a real good time. Hey, so that's what it is, man. I'm your boy, The Business. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, tune in next week. We're going to have your kid, JDK, Sacramento native, man, the underboss, man, going to be tuning in with us live next week. Wednesday, and that's what it is. 8 p.m. man, holler at us, man. I'm your boy, The Business. Justice Party started, man. We out.